All right, it's a 91-second burn. We're getting close to the node now. Take a look at it. Well, I would, but we're zoomed in over here. That's okay. We're getting close to the node. It's over here. The pickaxe, it's called. So you may not be able to see it because I know my UI, I can't scale the UI in Kerbal Space Program. There's no way to scale this part of my UI to make it bigger for video, make it bigger for you guys. I wish there was. But right now we're going to reach the node in 1 minute, 3 seconds. It's a 91-second burn to influence our craft 817.2 meters per second. So what you generally want to do... Oh, sorry, my bad. We're going to be at our node in 48 seconds. Never mind. And go. So what you generally want to do is you want to burn sort of at the halfway point. You want half your burn to be before your marker to start and half your burn to be after, so that the average equals where your marker is. And of course, we're burning in the direction that we need to in order to make rendezvous with the MUN. So when we execute this much delta V, and we burn for this long, we should see our apoapsis, this little blue line. This is for the people who don't know the game very well. This little blue line is where our craft will be if I stop burning now. And so as I keep putting a change in velocity, that's what delta V means. It's your change in velocity. And that's how sort of, not really speed per se, but your ability to influence your craft's movements in space. That's how it's measured in delta V. So my ability to change the velocity is, right now anyway, I have just over 700 meters per second. That's the speed at which I can change. When you hit the brakes, you're also draining that, right? Because there's no brakes in space, so you literally just burn backwards from where you're going. That's how you hit the brakes in space. So if I keep burning, it ends up being there. But I'm focusing on the MUN because the MUN will be over here. By the time we get there, the MUN will be over here. So I'm focusing on the MUN so that I can stop this right where it needs to be stopped. There it goes. All right, so the burn stops. Go just a little bit closer, or is that good? Probably fine. We're at 114 right now. Just a little bit more. 110, 118, 16, 15, 104. You know what? That's 100 meters. That's 100,000 meters about. That's 100 kilometers. Yep. 100,000 meters. 100 kilometers. Did I say that? It's fine. Anyway, yeah. It is rocket science. Yeah. So, that's the end of that burn. The next burn takes place once we get to the MUN, I think. At least it should. I'm not sure where this next burn is. Why is it showing me 18 meters per second? Where is this next burn? Why? Why is it there? I think that's a junk maneuver, isn't it? Why would I want to... Why am I burning that? That doesn't matter. Get rid of that. Yeah. That doesn't matter. Okay. So, it says the next maneuver is here. That's weird. You know what? Delete the existing maneuvers for a second. I think that's messed up. So, our current trajectory is taking us from Kerbin. We're going to be going all the way over here. Of course, we don't travel in a straight line in space, right? Because Kerbin is constantly pulling us towards it. So even though we're going that way, because Kerbin's pulling us, it's going to sort of arc us around, right? And because that's what orbiting is. Orbiting is not... It's effectively just traveling laterally fast enough to where the pull of the planet equals out, and you end up just going in a circle, right? I mean, orbits do degrade and all that. Not in Kerbal Space Program, but orbits do eventually degrade. But in this game, it doesn't. So anyway, this is going to come out this way. And by the time we get out here, the MUN will have traveled over there. And that gets us over here. So the next time we make any burn, it's going to be hit the brakes. Or as Uncle Skeezer called it, capture. We want to get captured by the moon. So right now, if we approach the moon, we'll be going that way. Because the moon starts to pull us towards it, we end up curving around it. And then right now, it's just going to fling us away from it. We're traveling too fast to actually... we're traveling too fast to actually stay where the moon is. In fact, the moon's pull on us is going to accelerate us. It's a form of a gravity assist. It's actually going to kick us away from Kerbin and send us out around the sun. So we're not even going to stay where Kerbin is right now. So that's one way to leave the solar system. Or at least one way to leave your planet's sphere of influence. But what we're going to do here, so that we do get captured, so that the moon... so that we're going slow enough to where, again, our lateral velocity is slow enough to where the pull of the moon keeps us near the moon, right? Not where we're going to like crash, but we want to make it to where the moon keeps us near it. We have to slow down in order to do that. So we're going to hit the brakes, if you will, right here. Or at least on average here. We're going to start hitting the brakes before we reach this point and stop hitting the brakes, metaphorically speaking, after we reach this point. It means burning retrograde. So effectively, think of it like you're in a car and you're going in a straight line and there's no friction, there's no wind resistance, so nothing. You're just traveling in a straight line, right? In order to stop, normally in your car, you just hit the brakes. But since you don't have brakes, in space, we're just going to rotate our vehicle, face the exact opposite direction and hit the gas, right? So that's what we're going to do here. And we're going to do it enough to where our apoapsis, which is the highest point around the body, is equal to or somewhere near our periapsis, which is the lowest point we are. And that gets us somewhat circular. Now, I would like to get us be a bit more equatorial around the moon. And to do that, it's actually more efficient to do that further away. So what I might do instead... although I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of luck doing that because we're actually pretty close. But what I'd like to do is do a couple of burns here. If I do this, this gets us to the point where we're at least captured. We're slow enough to where we're staying by the moon, right? And then right around wherever its equator is, we're going to say maybe here. We would make another burn around here. And then at this point, since we're heading down this direction, right, we want to angle our vehicle to point north, if you will. And that allows us to alter our trajectory, bring it up. And the idea being, if we can get things more equatorial, more closer to a zero inclination, which it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do very easily. But if I just move this a little bit, I might be able to pull that off. At least closer. Might have to do a series of burns. This right here gets me around 2 degrees. Looks like if I do it out further even, it's going to be better. Right about 2 degrees. Nope. Too far. 1 degree. So 1.3 degrees here. That's not bad. So we can do it out this way. And then we burn again, right, to lower it. And we slowly, as we pass... right, we work our way into having zero inclination. I think we can do that. No, we're not uploading this to YouTube, Drakes. If I do, it's going to be Twitch quality, which, like, I kind of don't like. But we're not playing any proprietary music or anything. We're not playing any copyrighted music, so it's possible. I could. Apparently, we are going to get captured really easily here. Hello, Moon. Ooh, hello, Moon. Hello. Fancy seeing you here. Come here often. What's that? How many times a day? Does the moon... I don't actually know that. Maybe I'm just silly, but does the moon actually... it doesn't revolve around the Earth like once a day, right? It takes like... I want to say it takes like weeks to do that, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm actually... I don't know why I'm brain farting on that right now, but I am. How long does it take for the moon to revolve around Earth? I guess I wasn't paying attention in class that day. Okay. So, we are in orbit. It is close enough It is at one of those good enough things, right? I think I can go a little bit more. Just a little bit. Okay. This is a good enough thing. Okay. So, we are captured. We're going slow enough to where our lateral velocity is not fast enough to fully get away from the moon pulling at us, right? Once every lunar year. Well, okay, yeah. So it's 30 days. Okay, gotcha. About 28 days? 28 days, okay. So it's a lot longer than I guessed. There you go. Okay, so I want to go right around the equator here, I think. Somewhere in the vicinity of this. And because we're heading up, I want to go down. I'm using that as a thing. I'm going normal. We need to go anti-normal. I'm going to go this way. Now, doing that also kicks us out. So I need to also go retrograde a bit here, because if I do that, we actually kicks us out. Yeah, so now we're going to get kicked out again. It's okay. We'll fix it. See, this is way more expensive. I don't want to do it here. It's too expensive. We'll try to do it over here instead. It's way less expensive over here. All right, so the further away from the body you are, the cheaper it is to do these things as far as your fuel consumption goes. So we can change, be more equatorial way out here for just 43. We're doing it over here actually cost me over 200. So that's the reason why I wanted to get captured way out here. It's if I need to make any changes in the influence, right? Which it looks like right here, this will be almost equatorial. If I need to make any changes, I'd rather do it really far away because it's cheaper. So this gets me to 4.4. This gets me to, looks like 2.7, 2.5, 2.3. It's about 2 degrees here. Okay, it looks like 2 degrees is about all I can get. 1.9? 1.9. We'll go with this maneuver here for 1.9. So let's face that. It's going to cost me 46. I have 351 left. All right, so we're going to go around the moon for a bit. Hopefully not run out of power. Okay, we're actually doing really well on power. This is a fairly low power vehicle, I guess. And look at our signal going through the surface of Kerbin. Very nice. Or it's about to, anyway. Gonna travel through solid rock. Awesome. In my Conquering series on YouTube, excuse me, my Conquering series on YouTube, you can see how much of a pain in the ass remote tech is to have to deal with, but it's also more realistic. It's just really nice to have we have satellite networks set up over all of these bodies just so that we can communicate with things when we launch them, you know? Get it over here in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go down. Okay, so 1.5 minutes. And we're going to burn that direction in 1.5 minutes. That should bring us within 1.9 degrees. We'll do another rotation so I can get it as close to 0 as possible. I just want an equatorial orbit. Okay, what's my inclination right now? We are currently at 1.89 degrees. Okay. So if I want to go equatorial, is it close to do this on the apoapsis? Is it close at all? 1.7. Okay, so no. But if I move, does that help? Nope. I'm going to go the other way. I mean, we maybe just... I wonder if I can influence it all. This is pretty close to the equator as is, our periaps is. It's pretty close. I mean, granted, pretty close doesn't necessarily mean it is going to happen, but it's pretty close. So I'm wondering if I just... when I go retrograde to bring it in, if I can somehow change my inclination then at the same time. Like, if I'm bringing this in, about 138, I guess, is where it is. And then I alter this at the same time. Can I bring it close? Not really. No. It's just the wrong spot for it. Wait, there's something other than max boosters? Yes. Yes, there is. Go land on the moon? Not with this craft. We don't have enough. I mean, I don't even have anything that was like... I don't have any legs on this at all. Right? I'm just trying to figure out where I can fix this. I wish there was an easy way to tell... Is there an easy way to tell when you're on the equator? Like when your craft is going to be directly over the equator? If you have a target that's already at 0, then you can target that, and then you can see the ascending and descending node. That makes it easier, but you can't do that if there's like not another craft relative, I don't think. You can't target the planet for that, right? So it's like a guessing game as to when you're actually going to be in the right spot. I don't think I can get to 0 unless I do it at the right spot, but I fear that doing it at the right spot is just going to be way too expensive. Guesstimation. That's what I'm kind of trying to do. Sort of looking at it's my craft and the line it's coming in at. See, it looks to me like I can get to about 0.75 if I burn from here. Maybe this is it. 0.4. 0.42. 0.42. 0.4, 0.3, 0.24, almost, 0.09. Okay, we're getting there. It's almost there. 0.07, very close. And that's 0. If I make that burn, that's 0. We'll have 300... Well, just under 300 meters per second left. Cool. So let's get on the marker. We burn that in an hour. So we are going to correct this to 0 now. 14 meters per second. I want to see this inclination number, which I know is really small for your screen. I want to see that go to 0, basically. That's the goal. And we're going to do a full-on burn on this. I'm not even going to... No, we're going to go slower. We have 0.1. 0.007. That is as close as we are getting. 0.006. Close enough. All right. That is equatorial. Now, periaps. Now we want to circularize. Circularize. So, we are just going to circularize this. It costs us 140 to circularize this down to 138. I want to bring it all the way down to 100. We're going to go a little bit too far. And then we're going to circularize it completely on the other side. And about there. It's pretty much there. I don't need it to be exact. Okay, this is going to cost us 154, so we're still going to have 100 after this. Let's get on the maneuver, please. All of this because you guys wanted to go all over, like, to set this station up on the moon, okay? I'm just saying. All of this to set the station up on the moon. We would already be launching the other modules by now if this was Kerbin, okay? So this time, we're just going to circularize again one more time. And this is to bring both the apoapsis and the periapsis to be basically the same. And that way we have a perfect, we want to bring our eccentricity, what it's called. It's when, it's the difference between your highest point and your lowest point. We want to bring our eccentricity down to close to 0 as possible. And that makes us as close to perfectly circled as we can get. And I did not allow this craft to reposition itself, so I should totally stop accelerating time until it does so. Let's bring that eccentricity down to 0, shall we? You know what? It's close enough, I think. Now it is. Look at that. 0.00086. That's basically fire right there. Okay. So now the next task, now that we are perfectly circular around the equator of the moon. Congrats, guys. We did it. And we still have 122 meters per second left. So we can use the exact same vessel that we just did, as goofy as it was. We can use that same thing to get here because we know it will work. So now the object is to... do we want to try connecting this first? We need to get this piece out of the way. And then also, I think what we probably want to do... we can actually go ahead and destroy this. We actually can't destroy this piece right here. Not yet, because we have to bring Kerbals to do that. So the next craft we bring has to have an engineer on board so that they can destroy this. And that means I need to heavily nerf my life support mod, because otherwise they will die very, very fast. Yes, okay, so heavily nerf, I wish I could just turn it off. But what I think I need to do, because of the way the solar panels are going to be facing, we need to turn this craft this way. We need it to be oriented like this. And we can probably do that after it's all built, but I'm just going to do it now. We need to have everything oriented this way. And the reason being is so that the solar panels will face the sun. So we also want to angle ourselves this way too. Right about like that should be fine. The solar panels are gonna... Yeah, right about like that should be fine. It might be a little bit too far. You could maybe stop wiggling and just stay where I tell you to stay. That'd be great. Yeah, just stop wiggling, okay? Okay, do we want to open the hatches and stuff and connect that? Well, if we do that, where am I going to store this? There's no docking port for this to be stored on. Well, that's not true. Can I dock this regular thing here with one of the construction ports? Is that doable? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So what I want to do, if this is going to stay, hopefully it does, I need it to settle down. It's still wobbling, and there's no control on this, I don't think. That's not true. We have a remote guidance unit right there and a reaction wheel, so it should actually stay just fine. So what I want to do now is control from here. Let's make sure this is full. Okay, fuel's full there. Fuel's full here, high. And what we could do is we take this out. We connect this to this, right? And then we dock this to the elbow, and then we get rid of this entire section here. We don't need it anymore, right? That's how we do that. So if we're controlling it from here, we can then go ahead and undock. Actually, let's open up this claw. I bet you this will be fun. Oh, this will be good. Enable magnet. Okay. Arm. Eye claw. Enable magnet tool. Enable targeting. Okay. Is that using up a lot of power? Not really. Okay. So what I want to do then is I can go ahead and decouple this and decouple this at the same time. And I bet when they run into each other, it'll probably just latch on. Because this is going to decouple straight that way. So it'll hopefully just latch onto this. Let's see how that works. Okay, let's decouple. Up it goes. Grab it. Yeah, baby. And then decouple this one. Okay. Good. Now the hard part, which is not that hard, but it's somewhat hard, is maneuvering this thing. Wait, is this not... Is this the right craft? Can I control the right craft, please? I want to control this. Yeah, pickaxe probe. I'm a bit lost. You have electric... Oh, you don't have electric charge. You don't have electric charge? Oh, I didn't fill the... No, there's a signal. It's just that all the power that the craft was using, it drained it out of this unit first. It didn't drain it out of this. It was draining it out of this. So now this has no power. That's why. So what I need to do now, this will be exciting. If it's even possible. I mean, we can go back to autosave. What I'm kind of hoping is I can get that thing to reconnect. Can you redock? So I'm moving the big craft in hopes that I can get it to redock. Dock it. Dock it. Dock, damn you. You're right there. Pull it in, magnet. Deploy it. You're lining up. Do it. Just... Come on now. Dock it. You're so close. Dock it. Come on. Come on. Pull it in. You can do it. It's so close. Come on. Just redock. Redock like the mission depends on it. Come on. You're right there. Pull it in. All right. All right. This is a problem. Come on. Why don't you just pull it in, magnet? Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Dock it again. You can do it. Oh, this is just not... It's not working out, guys. I didn't check the battery life in this unit before I undocked it. That's the problem. I just want that thing to dock again. If it docks again, then I can transfer power. But it's getting... Come on. Come on. Latch on. You can do it. Latch on. We're going to spin around and around until you do. Come on. This is bad. Oh, don't do it. No, you... Don't do it. What? 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 Don't. No, it's leaving. It's leaving. No, it's really leaving now. Yeah, it's gone now. I might have to send another one of these, unless I can go back to the autosave. Where's the most recent persistent? Most recent persistent is 4 minutes ago. Hey, maybe that's good. Maybe 4 minutes ago is okay. We'll see. Okay, they are definitely undocked. Crap. Because there are 2 of them. That would totally be completely hello, Kraken. Hi, Kraken. Kraken. Good to see you again. It's been too long. I guess we're gonna have to send this whole thing up there again. The good news is, if there is such a thing, that all of this is still very much here, and all still very much good, and all of this is really what matters. So we can send another one of those. All of that can be sent up again, I guess. Hey, Lich. What is up? Thank you for the Prime sub for the 6 months. Sorry, 8 months. I can't read. Thank you. Okay, well, that's how that's going to happen. So we'll just go ahead and chalk that up to whoopsies. That happens. But I don't think it ruins anything, because we're going to use the same launch vessel for the other 2 modules, and we'll just bring it up with that. You know, whatever. We'll just leave this in place, and as soon as it decides to stop rotating... Actually, you know what? Just to help with this, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave all this here until we get a Kerbal in space, and then we can go from there. Okay. So this is just going to stay. And all of that debris can, you know, fly around and hopefully not hit us later. That's good, too. It also ruined our periapsis big time, actually. That ruined us. That pushed us back another 3,000 meters. My poor eccentricity that I wanted. Okay. Okay. So, part 1 done. 4 parts left. Should have been 3. Now it's 4.